On the eve of the Iowa caucus, Donald Trump decided to tear into Vivek Ramaswamy, a guy who has ostensibly just been this entire time trying to get Donald Trump elected. He truthed, Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter, the best president in generations, etc. Unfortunately, now all he does is disguise his support in the form of deceitful campaign tricks. I love that he's even saying he's disguising his support, because again, it is support. He says, a vote for Vivek is a vote for the other side. Don't get duped. Vivek is not MAGA. And then he goes on to say, this is multiple truths. A vote for Vivek is a wasted vote. He played it too cute. Well, the Iowa caucus obviously didn't go well for Vivek. He did fit in time to try to defend himself, saying, I've defended Trump at every step, but I respect him immensely. You won't hear me attacking him or criticizing him or doing anything to defeat him in this election. I'm asking for your vote technically because I think that I kind of have to do that to be on the ballot. In any event, it didn't go well for him. And look, we're gonna get to sort of the final step of this, but here is Fox and Friends sort of having to remind Ramaswamy that Trump is apparently not a huge fan of him anymore. Take a look at this.
Why do you think former President Trump threw you under the bus over the weekend?
Well, I didn't get thrown anywhere, but I think there might have been an attempt to do that. I'd say that it's partly because of what
you were under the bus.
Well, look, I'd say what Elon Musk and others are saying.
The bus had snow tires on it.
Well, I'll tell you this I took it in a lighthearted way, but the truth is, people have to have their heads stuck in the snow not to see what's happening on the ground here. I know the mainstream media is ignoring it, but there has been a massive surge here late in the process.
If he means the search for him, no, fact check, that didn't happen. Also, why is his wife at that interview with him? Does she go everywhere with him? Can you imagine if Biden's wife was at every interview he did, sitting next to him, what they would say about the state of his cognitive abilities? But anyway, so don't worry about Ramaswamy. He doesn't mind the fact that Trump said he's not MAGA. He took it in a lighthearted way, which is definitely how Trump meant it. I want to remind everyone before we get to the final step of this, here is how Vivek has talked about Trump in recent weeks and months.
I think if you want to save Trump and save this country, a vote for me is actually the way to go. What they're doing to Donald Trump is wrong. I have stood up against it at every step of this process.
I will withdraw. I pledge to withdraw from the Colorado GOP primary ballot unless and until Trump's name is restored. If Donald Trump's the nominee, yes, I will support him. And if I'm the president, yes, I will pardon him because that will help reunite the country.
Trump, I'm actually being very honest. He was an excellent president. The reason he's doing so well in the polls is that he kept us out of wars and he grew the economy. That's the answer.
So you're not trying to take this thing from him then. I mean, you sound like a surrogate right now. You're not trying to take it from him.
Utterly pathetic. And I will remind you all, the economy fell apart in 2020, thanks in no small part to the fact that Donald Trump utterly mismanaged the greatest domestic political crisis in the last century at the very least. And he did not pull us out of any of the wars. He continued it. He continued the wars and the bombing and all of that. So anyway, he gets mocked on the eve of pulling out of the race. And now he is endorsing Donald Trump. And Donald Trump sticking to his guns. After all, he just said this guy's not MAGA. He's too cute. Tweets, thank you, Vivek. A great honor. You said he's not MAGA. You insulted him. You said it was a wasted vote. None of this is all so stupid, Brett. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, at least Trump does Ramaswamy the courtesy of like, quote, recognizing game. At least he knows that Ramaswamy is playing it a certain way. But he's absolutely right. Trump's analysis is absolutely right. He played it too cute. He had all these weird moments. Like my favorite one in your montage was when Ramaswamy says, if you want to help Trump, vote for me. And even the dude next to him, who might be his lawyer or like a thumb that got hit by lightning and came to life, was just like, what? I'm your roll boy and I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. And then Con Draper over here from Newsmax being able to just like look at him and be like, you're getting clown, stooge. And then there's nothing he can do back because Ramaswamy knows what he's in. He knew he was going to lose, and that happened. And he had to tuck tail and get out. All these things are like, I'm going to pull out of Colorado. Everybody's like, you were in Colorado? Who are you? And then he's just signaling the people he wants to be his like, part he wants to be identified with when he's saying Elon Musk. Musk himself was like, I really think that Ramaswamy is going to overperform in the caucus. He isn't even in remotely the conversation, so much so that this guy who went to every single county twice, there's 100 of them basically, he didn't even come close to doing anything that would give him the whiff of being able to stick around. Plus, he spent 17 million of his own dollars to do this.
That's so weird, though, that Elon Musk would make such a bad prediction, because he's an expert and a genius at all things. He's much smarter than all the rest of us. We should look up to him, perhaps worship him. But he got a prediction wrong for the first time, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to check it, but I think it's the first time. That's probably going to shake up people's support for him. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.